welcome to Miss Martin Muses. Welcome to Miss Martin Muses, where we talk about what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really ticks me off. Well, it is with great pleasure that I once again get to mention to one and all everything that ticks me off. Tonight is a night where we talk about what really ticks us off, and I tell you what, precious, there is a lot. This year, 2025, has really been a doozy. Well, look who's here. Uh-oh, Merry Christmas to you. Okay, you're in a better spirit than I. Well, we can be Grinches tonight, but yes, thank you very much and a Merry Christmas to you. I'm really excited about how Christmas Eve is going to hit tomorrow, and it's going to be loads of fun. In our family, we have a tradition where we have French onion soup on Christmas Eve, and then, of course, we have Christmas dinner on the Christmas day. So looking forward to that. And I hope you are having a good time with you and yours. I had a fantastic time with my friend Maury. We just spent some time together and it was just awesomeness. Did a lot of Christmassy things and hung out, watched some horror Christmas movies. I gotta admit, oh man, one was just excellent. We just found out of nowhere, which is The Naughty List of Ebenezer Scrooge. If you haven't seen it, run, don't walk to see that movie. It was amazing. Good tradition. Great tradition. Yes, it is. Indeed, it is. All right. I do have a thing here. Yes, please, everyone, let's air our grievances. But, there are some ground rules that, in general, don't talk about people that aren't here. So, and talk about them in generalities if you are blind item people. If you need to, but yeah, we're not borrowing any trouble today with any of that. And in general, that is kind of one of my things is that, if someone's not here to defend themselves, then we don't talk about it. See, about what would you like to air? What grievance would you like to air? I guess I should say. And one of these days, I'm going to figure out how to do a poll. I do not know how to do polls, and I have looked it up, and it sounds so retardando. I don't understand it. It should just be you just push a blankety button, but nothing can be easy on YouTube. So I haven't figured it out yet. Say, what grievances would you like to air? There we go. Boo. Whoops. Oh, did I hide? No, I got it. All right. Well, I'm going to just start with one of my personal pet peeves, and that was actually today in Wawa. No, it wasn't Wawa. It was Buc-ee's. I should have known it was Buc-ee's. Okay, first of all, I guess there's lots of grievances to air in Buc-ee's because you get a lot of humanity there. Shout out though to the what do you call them? The staff at Buc-ee's though. They are superb. They really got their stuff put together. I'm hearing music. I don't know from where it's coming, but oh well. Hopefully it'll go away. Maybe it's just the music in my head. But anyways, once again, minding my own business, going around looking at cute little Buc-ee things, like little Buc-ee toys and Buc-ee stuffed Buc-ee's, and with Santa Clauses on his head, etc. And someone was right there in the middle on their phone, on their speakerphone, blah, 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 not looking where she was going and taking up like 3/4 of the aisle. Kind of like the way my cat will do. If you ever seen the way a cat can take over an entire bed and you don't know how they do it because they're only like 24 inches long or something or less, much less. It was very similar to this, but of course loud and obnoxious. And I'm like, listen, things are crazy enough as it is. Oh my gosh. But of course I know better than to ever even come close to confronting anyone in public that's doing that because I do not want to end up on a TikTok. Thank you very much. But yeah, that really annoyed me. Nothing annoyed me at Buc-ee's. When they always like yell, "Go brisket!" I think it's something they're taught to do because they seem like they're even enjoying it. And they're like, "Yeah, got it!" And I'm just like, "Oh my gosh!" I just had to get through a big long line and all that. And even though I'm enjoying the Buc-ee-ness, don't be all yelling. I think I have developed an allergy to people randomly yelling in public. Really, really ticks me off. All right. So that's one of my first. Good Eve Eve. Yes, 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 good sir. Christmas Eve Eve. It is that's Frill Pray for You with Metal. And then we have DJ Play Nice. Great to see you. Good evening. Stop me by say hi and leave a Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you. And also feel free to leave a grievance. Okay. Salty Traveling Sea says, he has a grievance. Yay! I am over every idiot from California that comes to my remote Pacific Northwest to drive a effing douche while sneering at all of us small town yokels with their pink hair and maid pronouns. You say they're driving a douche? That's impressive. Yes. Yes. And you said like. To my remote to drive a while steering is okay. I'm over every. Okay, I think I got it there. Yeah. Well, yes. People that come from out of town and act like idiots and sneer and are all snooty. Yeah, no one likes that. No. And maybe I've got it. Oh, some of these things are not showing up on mine. I think they're being censored. Oh, okay. Thank you. My mods are taking care of that. I appreciate it. Yes, they do drive a douche. I'm afraid to Google that. I'm feeling really stupid here. Okay, because as a woman, when I hear a douche, I think literal. Mother, mom, do you ever have those times where you feel not so fresh? All right. Salty Traveling Sea says, Merry Christmas, my fellow men, and goodwill, and no good BS. Oh, yeah. Oh, airing agreements number 2. All these idiots without our permission that try to pull a fast one and change words to Christmas songs like peace on the earth, goodwill to men. It is peace on the earth, goodwill toward men or toward men. Men, 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 men. It is not goodwill to all. Okay? That's not what the words were. That's not the way they were originally written. Now, if they were written nowadays, yeah, maybe they might have said all, but that's not the way it was written. And that's not the way we memorize it. That's not the way we sing it. And we all know that when we say men in that context, we mean all humanity. The same way all men are created equal. All right? Come off it. Don't change the Christmas carols. What's the ever? Oh, yeah, let men their song enjoy to the world. They change like, let us our songs enjoy. It's like, no, 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 no. Don't change the Christmas carols. That's one of my pet peeves. Okay, a salty traveling sea says, "Oh my god." Yeah, I get your point. Okay, and I'm sorry if I am an idiot myself there. If I had a little moment of retardation onin, because you know what? I've had a hell of a year. And so I'm going to be using that as an excuse for quite a while. I've already told people that because, all my stress has actually caused heart palpitations. I didn't even know they were real or I didn't know it was a thing. But yes, so I've been using the palpitation card whenever anyone starts to agitate me. It's like, what about my heart palpitations? Yes, I have stress. My point was California drives come here and sneer like clowns on and sneer at the locals and choose their darn right. Yes, I hate that. It's like, listen, you're our guests here. You need to behave yourself. And of course, the snobbiness. Oh, there's nothing. That's another one of my earring agreements. The snobbiness. And I think that's what you're referring to. These people saying, ugh, we're just so much better. We're so much smarter. We're thinking people when they haven't thought a thing in their entire life. Yes, second it. Darn right. Yes. Ugh. Yes, they do drive. Douche, yeah. A douche canoe. Yeah. Well, and in general, there's a little bit of that whole snobbery of northern versus southern. And it's just like, come on. Come on. Especially, the whole cousin jokes when, it is actually legal to marry your first cousins in many East Coast states. And you know where it's not legal to marry your cousin? Kentucky. Let's see. Where can you marry your cousin? I've done this before. And believe it or not, yes, a lot of those places that like to sneer at the South and call us cousin marriers or cousin humpers, and then woo, guess who it is? Where can you marry your first cousin in the USA? And oh, California, New York, Colorado, Hawaii, Alaska, Connecticut, did I say Connecticut? Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New Mexico. Okay, South Carolina, that's the first one. Oh, you can do it in Florida according to this? States where it's generally allowed, but check for nuances. And the District of Columbia. Kentucky is not on that list. I remember when I looked that up for the first time. Yeah, Tennessee it's a ban in Tennessee. So, the fact check me if I'm wrong on the exact amount of the ban. Yeah, because there's some reservations on the bans. Yeah, in Texas, Oklahoma, North and South Dakota, it is a criminal offense to marry your first cousin, and there are statute bans on first cousin marriage in places like Kentucky and all that, but it is outright legal on many of these East Coast cities in these blue areas, including California and New York. So, shut up, you snobs. Yes, seconded. Didn't they behead John the Baptist so that they could marry a first cousin? No, that was not, the case. What it was a man married, King Herod, um, married his wife who was divorced and the husband was still alive. So, he attempted a second marriage with a divorced woman. That's what that was. And they were like, "Hey, you're so," and it was his brother's wife. And they're like, "You can do it with, but you're supposed to marry your brother's widow." It's like, "Yes, when she's widowed. He can't still be alive." All right, we got a grievance. Salty Traveling Sea says they need to stop taking great Christmas music from long dead crooners like Sinatra and Crosby and adding auto-tune correct ear talentless bimbos. I second that. Yes, I absolutely second that. My gosh. I wanna hear Sinatra, I wanna hear Crosby, I wanna hear Brenda Lee, I wanna hear the original singers, especially auto-tune. Auto-tune to me is like when someone takes their fingernails and scratches them along a chalkboard. It is painful. Painful, I tell you. Yes. Oh, okay, yes, to the John the Baptist thing. One of these days, maybe I'll go into that in Catholic explaining. Maybe I'll do it on the Feast of St. John the Baptist. I think I missed it this year. Things have happened. But yes, that is a good grievance. And my grievance is that they stopped playing Christmas music after the first day of Christmas. There are 12 days, so we celebrate all 12, you jerks. But then they already move on to Valentine's Day, which isn't a month away. Okay, my other grievance, I just know this is an advanced grievance just by seeing the trailer. It's my grievance is this new awful, awful Wuthering Heights that's coming out with starring Margot Robbie that's coming out on Valentine's Day. If you know anything about Wuthering Heights and celebrating it as something coming out on Valentine's Day. First of all, that shows me that they do not understand the book. And second of all, it is just a mess. Oh, gory. Bleh. When I say gory, I mean gory. It's just the horrifying, horrifying thing. Someone said that the only way that this movie will make sense is if there's a plot twist where it's really just a bunch of California stoners that are recreating it and they got into a bunch of fancy dress, like they dressed up and are playing it. Because other than that, it will make zero sense. It is gadfly fiction. Hello. Wuthering Heights is being released on Valentine's Day. Seriously, yes. And if you see that trailer, it is Wuthering Heights in name only. Yes, it is not a romance. And I blame the Wuthering Heights version with Sir Laurence Olivier and the other chick. I love that. I really, really, really do. But they kind of upplayed the romance part of it. It is a horror story, to be honest. It is about two of the most selfish people ever in the most toxic relationship on the planet. Like, that's what starts it off, and it's really about generational trauma, it's about abuse, it's really insane. It's a great book, though. Oh my gosh, it's a great book. Everyone should read it. I'm gonna be reading that aloud, kind of or doing my aloud and commentary like I'm doing with Harry Potter. By the way, I'm ready for the next chapter, and I'm gonna be doing it with the Knights of the Seven Kingdom. I'm gonna be starting that here too. But yes, Wuthering Heights. I know, it's just like, what is wrong with these people? We have a oh, here we go. I'm with you. Another grievance from Salty Traveling Sea. Grievance no more 2025 current year progressive remakes of great 80s cartoon series. He-Man, I'm looking at you. Oh man, are they butchering He-Man? I mean, how can you make He-Man progressive, for crying out loud? It's like trying to make Conan the Barbarian progressive. Thank goodness they haven't tried that. Oh dear. I'm getting very tired of these adaptation in name only. Oh yeah, tell me about it. Well, I just got done finishing the reading of The Wheel of Time. I met my New Year's resolution from last year to finish The Wheel of Time. I didn't make it the year before, obviously. But yes, it was ridiculous. They did that with The Wheel of Time. They really did that with the Rings of Power, though that was on a whole other level. What was another one? Well, I know they do it a lot with fantasy, but they also do it with these classic books. Like, they did it with the not Pride and Prejudice, rather. Like, for example, something like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, I'm all in favor of, because obviously that wasn't to be taken seriously. But Persuasion, yeah, they did an awful one of Persuasion, and they're gonna do another weird Pride and Prejudice. Ugh. Right, Wuthering Heights is about Bill and Hillary, no way. Well, no, it's a lot more dignified and a lot more cool than what Bill and Hillary has, because their toxic relationship was built on the promise that she was gonna one day be the president of the United States, which is why she put up with those things all those times. Yeah, these people, I mean, it has great lines like, "I love my murder." It's like, I love it. And I am Heathcliff, but you know that they're gonna take them totally out of context. And they even were making it, like, about sex. It looks like there were, like, sexy scenes and all that. It's like, no, 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 no. Part of the whole passion or not passion in there is what they didn't get to have. Having them do anything that even resembles consummation takes away the power from what they are telling. Let's see. Oh, he just finished Salty Traveling Sea just finished Suppo. I always butcher it. So the guy who wrote the Witcher books, new Witcher book. What an absolute disgusting failure by Netflix. Oh, yeah. Speaking of bad adaptations, my goodness. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Gadfly fiction. Nolan's The Dark Hoplite Rises is going to be terrible. I'm not familiar with that, but it sounds ridiculous. Oh, and it's gonna have Ellen Page in it. Let's see. Fans wanted Reacher actor Alan Ritchson to be He-Man, but they went with a fat guy with long hair and a pink shirt being arrested with a cosplay sword. It won't look much better in HD. What? 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 I mean, you gotta have a guy look like look like He-Man. Gadfly Fiction said, "Had you seen the other Bennett girl stuff yet? Not sure if it's the actual name, but it's Pride and Prejudice, but through the viewpoint of Mary." I have not. But you know what? I don't have as much of a problem with that as I do with others, because you know what they're doing with it. It is sophisticated fan fiction. So from the outset, they are saying, hey, we're just playing around in this universe and we're going to see what's going to happen with Mary Bennett. They also did that with Murder at Pemberley, for example. They never came out and said, we're going to adapt Pride and Prejudice. This is the way, for example, Mary Bennett saw things. This is what happened with Mary Bennett. See, that's where I would have a problem. So again, I have more patience for that. I put that in the same category as, for example, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I don't take them seriously one way or another. But I would take that before I would take a disgusting adaptation of it. He says, "Get Fly Fiction, you'll change your mind once you hear the dialogue." Oh gosh, well, I'm probably not gonna watch it. I mean, okay, oh, good, 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 good. We have another grievance. We have a grievance. Grievance submit Zendaya can never ever be a love interest lead in any movie ever again. No, yeah, she's getting overused, definitely, and she's not a good romantic lead. I don't think she is. It's just not her. It's just not her. And I know why they do it because they tend to do this full flavor of the month thing. Like they did the same thing with the chick who did the awful Snow White thing, Rachel Zegler. I mean, she was everywhere, everywhere. She hasn't had one hit. She hasn't even had a movie break even. She's had flop after flop after flop. The only thing that was remotely successful was like Shazam 2 and she wasn't the star. But she was everywhere. It's the same thing. Yes. I mean, I'm just sick of seeing her, and I haven't even seen half the movies that she's in. Zendaya, I'm referring back to Salty Tribal Sea. That's a good one. Yeah, and I think well, every time I travel, especially at Christmas, I always say that my pet peeve is when you're in the airport. My grievance is when people don't let people buy. Like they're all gathered around the gate, and you can't get through. And they've even started to say, if you don't get up here until your zone is called. Now, to be fair, that has helped a little bit, but not always. Especially if you're not zone number 1, get out of the way because it really makes it difficult to get through and then you feel like an asshole. And it's like, listen, just get out of the way. Now, I know why they do it because they want to get away with not paying for their baggage. They bring these oversized bags that are really suitcases and think that they can put them in the compartments. That's where they're desperate to get there as quick as they can. And it's like, that's partly in some ways the airline's fault because they made people start to charge for them. When they started charging people for bags, that was ridiculous. So then people are trying to get around it, but then it's a pain in the ass. So I don't like that. I really don't like that. And it's also ruining the boarding process. Now, at the first leg of my trip this time around, they actually were very proactive. They were like, y'all checking those bags. So, they had people checking the bags and they were even saying, why don't you just go ahead and do it now? Like at first they weren't saying you had to. Let me rephrase that. They were like, please go ahead and do so. And then they said, listen, if you are past this number on the boarding, you will not be able to put your bags in there. It just won't happen. And so they're like, just go ahead and check them now. And that did help. Now, my only annoyance was we got out late on the flight. However, I was able to just sit and drink a ginger ale and watch Cheers, which, by the way, is awesome. I love watching old things of Cheers on the airplane. Let's see, we already have about the mid. Hello, everyone coming in. Please like, share, and subscribe early and often and air your grievance. We want grievances. We endorse grievances here on Miss Martin Muses. But yes, that is definitely a pet peeve of mine. Oh, we have a super chat. Thank you so much, Salty Traveling C, for $5. He says, Merry Christmas, my friend. Glory to God in the highest, and on earth, peace, goodwill toward men. Yes, thank you. Luke 2:14. Indeed, indeed. And now that's going through my head, the peace from Messiah. Yes. And yes, men. That's why I always like to go to Mass in Latin. Because it doesn't have some of that stupid inclusive language. But for the most part, when they read from the scriptures, they don't do that. But yeah, they never mind. I'm not going to get into my grievances on music because then I will really, really go crazy. But yes, thank you very much. And yes, happy Merry Christmas to everyone, says Hound 3000. Well, hello. Great to see you. Happy Merry Christmas to you too. And then happy Festivus, a Festivus for the rest of us. We are airing your grievances. Please air your grievances. And because we endorse doing that. I've already said basically what my airplane grievance is. Oh gosh, this was one of the worst. I'm minding my own business. I'm waiting. We're getting in line, kind of taking a bit to do it. And some guy was kind of hot to trot a bit behind me. And it's like, hey, we're not moving. They've called us, but we're getting in. We're kind of bottlenecking in. And the guy behind me was like, well, are you in first class? And so I turned to him and yes, I went full snobby on him. And I went, Yes, I am. Are you? And he goes, oh, yeah, I am. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, right. Yeah, fine. Yeah. That kind of, that attitude is like, don't be doing that. And then check this out. So we get in, he walks past me and he goes into coach. Son of a bitch wasn't first class, but he was trying to get in front of me. But yes, that's the one time that I don't mind that I went full Lady Mary looking down my nose snob. Hate that stuff. All right. All right. So no more grievances about air travel. One more. Sorry. One more. When the pilot puts the fasten seat belt sign on, you keep your seatbelt on and sit your ass in the seat. I'm saying that in full. There are 4 lights or 5 lights. I forget what the right answer was. Captain Picard voice. Because it's bumpy. And I don't want you falling on top of me. And for crying out loud, if you get your butt hurt or something hit your head while you're up and about while the pilot says to fasten your seatbelts and we have to land early to because your stupid head is all busted open. No, sir. No, ma'am. It's also common sense. I tend to do what the pilot tells me to do. And actually, I keep my seatbelt on at all times, just like the pilot has to. All right. So let's see. We got some stuff here. We have, has anyone, whoa. Well, I don't know if we're getting there yet. Well, there are definitely people that were naughty in that Scrooge movie I watched. Oh, it is Citizen Ronan. When are the feats of strength? I'm game. Merry Christmas. Well, no feats of strength with me because me being a woman, I acknowledge that I am naturally weaker than all of you, and so you win. Oh, here we go. We got a boomer kind of grievance. Gen Z and millennials can no longer call Generation X boomers. We are not boomers, and we have had to deal with actual boomers longer than they've been alive. Yes. Yes, they're not boomers. Yeah, we are the children of boomers. We are the children of boomers. But yes, we have had to deal with the boomers. Though for the most part, my parents are pretty cool. My parents are pretty awesome. But yeah, there's some moments. There are some moments. But yeah, it's one of my grievances when the boomers are all like, well, if you can't get a job, well, maybe you're just having high expectations. And everyone's like, I can't get a job because there's no jobs. It's like, oh, well, just try changing your field. And it's like, to what? I don't know. And, these people are like 55 and they've been laid off and they're telling them to change their entire career and take an entry-level job when entry-level jobs aren't even available. That's one of my pet peeves. Or just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. If you work hard, you'll be successful. It's like, not anymore, kid. Not anymore. Let's see. Oh, you sent me production images from He-Man on Twitter. That's my grievance. There will be a my He-Man side-scroller game soon. Next year though. Okay, let me if this is what I think it is. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Did you Oh no, wait, that's not my thing. Let's see. On Twitter, Phil praise with metal. All right. Well, that just sounds ridiculous because we all love He-Man. We love all of that. There's a reason why these things were iconic. For crying out loud. Oof. Let's see. Oh, shit. Oh, pardon my French. I forgot. You have a grievance against me. I'll get back to you on this. I forgot to give you the special thank you. Oh my gosh, Salty Traveling Sea, I am so sorry. Here we go. And this is your thank you. Yes, you get a rose from me for the super chat. Thank you very, very much. Let's see. So I sent you. Oh wait, did you tag me in that? I'll look again for it. Grievance. Bourbon must have the actual years it's been aged in barrel on the label for buyers to know what's trash before buying it. You are absolutely right. That is, like, not right. It's kind of like putting the wrong date of the wine on a wine bottle. You need truth in advertising. You need to know what you're eating. It's like, is it sugar? Is it protein? Or whatever is in your diet or whatever on what you're buying. Yes, and especially bourbon, because bourbon is really a special kind of thing, and it's very hard to describe. For me, how do I say this? You know the difference. Maybe you can't say the difference, but you definitely know the difference. It's great. Thank you. LOL. Yeah, thank you. Well, that was my fault. I was so caught up in the spirit of the season. I think of the Barbie movie. I think, oh, okay. Oh, dear. Yeah, see, and here's the thing with the Barbie movie. Okay, if it's Barbie, that's one thing. Okay, Barbie's Barbie, whatever. But He-Man is definitely, well, it's not made for you if you're a chick. It's made for dudes. And that doesn't mean we can't enjoy it, but yeah. Trying to feminize those great things. And well, as a woman, I don't want to feminize, man. I want to see a nice hot man. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Conan the Barbarian. You had, well, of course, everyone talks about Jason Momoa for good reason. All right. We don't like to see ugly feminized men either. Hello. That's why these things aren't successful. I mean, why do you think on soap operas the men all look a certain way? Yep. And continuing the grievance, said Salty Traveling. See, I shouldn't have to Google the aging years for bourbon while in the liquor store. Just saying. Absolutely. Positively. You are correct. Yeah. What can I say? You shouldn't. You shouldn't have to Google anything, but it seems like nowadays you have to Google because you can't trust anyone either. Hell, at this point, you can't even trust Google. Yeah, so those are definitely all very good, very, very good grievances. I don't know how serious I want to get into some of them, but because I think that we've all, I guess I'll just say this. In general, grievances that have to do with people gaslighting us, that really pisses me off. And I guess in the same category, rage bait, especially on Twitter. Once I figured out what they were doing, what people were doing, it's just so obvious. They're wanting you to engage. They're not wanting to change their mind. They're not wanting to change your mind. They're just trying to get you to click on it and to respond and to look at it so they can get their paycheck from Elon. I think it's hilarious that a lot of these clickbait things that, of course, I'd been saying were clickbait and rage bait or rage farming for drama farming for so long. I've been saying it's been fake. And then a lot of them got outed when it turns out they aren't even like who they claim to be. They're people from like Pakistan or India or Africa. And they sit around and they get into these groups and they tweet at each other and respond to each other and retweet it to boost it and so that they can all make money. Other people do that too. Maybe people don't realize that. Like if you ever get your feelings hurt that no one ever retweets you, don't take it personally. A lot of these people, the same people will be retweeting and commenting on each other's things for a reason because they're also in a similar agreement. See. Oh. For AA females in advertising. All right, grievance. I want the actual percent of America's represented. I'm sorry, when I see AA, I see Alcoholics Anonymous. I know that's not what you mean. But yeah, you're right. It is not actual representation. But they're not going to do that, are they? Wait until AI fully takes over and you can't trust anything, says Citizen Ronan. Well, I think we're almost there. Oh, yeah, people are already just believing what Grok says is dystopian as F. Yes, it is. Yes, hey, Teresa. Hey, Zax. Great to see you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the rose. I hope everything is going well with you, good sir. African-American. Yes. Oh! Yeah, you show me 2 A's, and I see AA. But yes. Because part of me is like, wow, there's a lot of alcoholic women represented on TV. I got you. I understand. Well, it does not represent the majority of Americans. Well, and we're starting to see this problem. I mean, when it bleeds over into hiring, that's when you really do have a problem, because just by a numbers game, you're not going to get everybody brilliant. I mean, okay, I'm not that brilliant. Okay, I'll lay down my cards and say I'm pretty good when it comes to music. But I can't fly an airplane. Please don't make me fly an airplane. Don't make me a general in an army. Don't even actually put a gun in my hand, all right? I'm too clumsy, I'm just not comfortable. Don't make me a surgeon. It's like the chances of everybody being from a smaller group being shoehorned into these things is so much less just from probability. That's not to say that if you are genuinely qualified, and this is what would happen in the past, where people that were genuinely qualified and that were excluded, uh, that wasn't fair, but they went about to solve it in the wrong way. In my opinion, they also took advantage of it. Oh, Wikipedia. Oh, you're talking about Grok, that trash drops from Reddit and Wikipedia. Of course it is. Oh, Zach says, I've been using Gemini A and it's wrong a lot. Oh, yeah. You see, you don't know where it's all coming from. I do all those things, Teresa said. Really? You're a surgeon? You're a doctor? You're a what I forget what I said. Pilot? An army general? Yeah. But oh, I'll do all the things, Teresa said. Yeah. But I'm just saying in general that it's just not natural that you take 5 people and say all 5 of you are gonna be something like a doctor, a general, or whatever into this. It's like, no, not everyone is doing that. Not everyone is skilled for that. Not everyone should be. And you always need to take the people at the top, because even if people are qualified, and that's what they'll even say, well, they passed the test. It's like, yeah, you can pass a test at 85 or you can pass a test at 96. You want the person that passed at 96 because that's still the best. I will not do that. Oh, wait. Oh, I got you. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it's hard, when I'm reading and coming later. Let's see. Zach says, I've been testing it. Fed a video of a street fight and asked it to describe the fight. It was as wrong as you could be. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's creepy. And it is a free Folka fandom saying, hello, hail, thank you for being here. Mike Rowe said to a guy, says Citizen Ronan, I'd like to consider myself an astronaut and superhero. That doesn't mean I am one. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Bloom where you are planted, but don't put pressure. Like, for example, with the grades I had, if I'd have been on a different race, maybe people might have pressured me into going into some of those. It's like, well, you need to do that. You need to do that. And then suddenly the doors are opening and I'm like, but I don't know if I want to do that. And it's the capacity too is just not there. We're all different. Humans, one human from to another human. Hey, folk. Yeah, everyone's saying hello to each other. Yes. Yeah, so that's a grievance. These are good grievances. Please feel free to air your grievances, because that's what we are doing here. That's what we are doing here today. Well, of course, I always have a grievance about idiots that tailgate you on the freeway. And then when you have to suddenly stop, like this happened to me today, and the idiot behind me was trailing me so fast, I kind of had to kind of go over to the side so he wouldn't hit me because he couldn't stop in time. Don't tailgate on the freeway. Oh my gosh, do you want to die? Don't tailgate. And why do you have to zoom around everywhere? I mean, gee whiz, you're going to run over someone or kill somebody. It's like, you don't have to act like an idiot. If you want to like drive out there like you're some macho guy, just do it on your video game. Don't do it with real people. It's dangerous and it's annoying. I think that's why a lot of road rage situations happen, because that was really, and of course people that still try to use their phones while they're driving. Oh my gosh. Please just focus on the road. Please do that. Yeah, so those things annoy me. Yeah, there was some guy tailgating me like in a parking lot, and I'm like, what the hell? You do need you can't go 40 miles an hour in a parking lot where there's people and kids jumping out. You go the speed limit. And getting up my ass isn't going to make me go any faster. Oh boy, this AI stuff. Yeah, Zach, that's ridiculous. Citizen Ronan has a grievance. People who leave their cart in the middle of the aisle at the store. Oh, hell yes. Instead of pulling it to the side. Yes. Yeah. Or not being aware of their surroundings. Yes, that's very annoying. Or people that don't return their carts to the cart thing because that's annoying as well. Then I mean, I once have had to like just get out of my cart and just move a cart out of the way because some dumbass put the cart in the middle and it's like, come on, people, just put the cart back. And if I can't find a cart carousel or something, I take it back to the store. It's like common sense. It only takes 3 extra minutes. What's your problem? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with people. Yeah, don't know why I stuttered over parking. I was full of rage. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Actually, supermarket grievances are oh boy. Oh boy. Or two friends meet and they're just yapping and going, oh my gosh. And people are trying to get by. And it's like, if you're gonna talk, like just get out of the way, please. Oh, that's another pet peeve. It's hard enough to go through aisles nowadays with the people, like I said, people just standing in the middle of the way and all that. But then you've got things they just throw in the middle of the aisles. So you're minding your own business, trying to get by people, trying to get here, trying to get there, and then you're suddenly faced with a wall of like toilet paper in a box in the middle of the thing, or extra potato crisps, just put there. And I'm like, what the hell? We kid around. I'm like, once I nearly bumped into a lady, she nearly bumped into me because there's a thing and she went one way and I went the other because we're trying to get around this big obstacle thing. It's like we're playing Mario Kart in the middle of the supermarket. Don't put stuff in the middle of the aisles. Aisles are for people to walk in. Oh, yeah. Zach says, I hate people who block the entire aisle with their cart. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, another supermarket one says Citizen Ronan, people who have more than 10 items and the 10 items or less checkout. Darn right, yeah. Yeah, there's a reason why it's there. There's a reason. So if you don't want to, then don't do it. Wait, that didn't make any sense. I think you all know what I meant though. Just go to the longer one. Especially nowadays, it's really not that inconvenient because a lot of things are automated. I actually like going to the through the automated one or one where I do it myself because I'm antisocial now. I try not to hate people, but they make it so difficult. They do indeed. Yeah. Um, well, of course, I'm pretty annoyed about how expensive things still are. I mean, this is ridiculous. And I don't like being told they're not expensive when I know they are. That's a political grievance of mine. It's like, can you just shut up and be the president? How's that? Quit, get off of Twitter. Gosh, following all these Epstein file things and all that. It's like, I don't know what Bondi has on people, but that much incompetence. Ugh. But then again, would she be allowed to be doing it if she didn't have permission from the top? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying midterms are coming and we got to play a better game. We got to play a better game. I just don't know. Oh, who knows? Maybe the whole planet is screwed anyways. Maybe you got to remember the city of God versus the city of man. A theological treatise by Augustine, but it also could have a secular application where it's just like you're not going to get, you know, the city of man is just always going to be messed up. It's like what Thomas More wrote when he wrote Utopia. Utopia is nowhere. It was a pun, that kind of thing that he was doing with Greek. He had the perfect government, the perfect society called nowhere. So when people say they want utopia or they use that, they maybe they don't understand the roots of what the actual meaning of the work is. It's not what you think it is. You will never have it here on Earth, and maybe shame on me for thinking that maybe we could get some stuff done. But there's always going to be corruption. There's always going to be pride, and pride is a hell of a drug. Sure is. Let's see. So I had supermarket grievances. I already talked about how they changed words in, well, traditional hymns, but in traditional carols. I mean, for crying out loud. Did you see how they tried to do that edgy Christmas carol back in 2018? And it was just like, what am I watching? Yeah. I guess in my grievances, this goes back to what Salty Traveling Sea was saying. Boy, am I sick of swapping, if you know what I mean. I just think in this new Harry Potter, I believe it was ill-conceived from the beginning, but by making Snape this only swapped character, boy, it's just dead on arrival. Dead on arrival. Is there anything I'm actually looking forward to that's new that's coming out? No, I don't think so. Unless they make a Red Dead Redemption 3, then yes, I think that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, every time I've been going to the cinema lately, it's to watch old movies, old releases. Like I saw the 30th anniversary re-release of Sense and Sensibility, which was, of course, amazing. Alan Rickman, love that man so much. It's something kind of rare where you actually see him be a romantic lead. So he was amazing in that. Everyone was amazing. Oh, such a good movie. And so romantic. The Lord of the Rings is being re-released because I think they know that that's the only way they can make money. Lord of the Rings being re-released. They always re-release Harry Potter around the times they show old Christmas movies, which is great. I saw Lethal Weapon, Back to the Future. Those are great things to see in the cinema. I haven't seen a new movie. Well, I guess the second Wicked movie I saw. Let's see. Citizen Ronan says it's amazing how little imagination people seem to have in the arts today. Yeah? Well, because they're not hiring people that are actually artistic. They've been using, to go back to DEI, it's like writing matters. Look at the old Star Treks. Those special effects were horrible. In some ways, even the acting was horrible, but the writing in so many cases was amazing. If the writing is good, you can forgive a lot of technical things, but they are skimping on the writers. They are thinking that, well, writing's easy. Like, look what they're doing with the Rings of Power and stuff. It's like, well, all you have to do is put in like some elves and stuff and a few rings and people will watch it. And, they have crap writers. And it's like, no, you have to have masterful writers to do this. You need to have masterful writers to write your TV shows, to write your movies. And if you do not invest in good writing, and if you do not invest in people that truly have a background in the arts, that don't just check a box, you need to do it for talent, not for how they look or who they like to sleep with. So yeah, you're going to get people without imagination because you're hiring unimaginative people. Think of all the different movies, says Citizen Ronan, that came out in the 80s. Even the crap was entertaining. Darn right. That's why we watch all those old movies. I mean, they look better and better and better and better nowadays. What was a good one? Like even a movie like Mystic Pizza, which was kind of cringe. I look back on it now, it's like, this is good. What was it? The one with Julia Roberts and Kiefer Sutherland. That's when they got together. I forget, there was a movie that they starred in together. That one wasn't very good, but I like it now. Yeah, lots of those things, and some of them were genuine masterpieces. Gosh, there were so many good movies. If you just look at what, say, came out in 1987, Steve just comes on my channel sometimes. He always talks about that. Like, just look at what came out in 1987. And we did not know how good we had it. We absolutely did not know how good we had it. Just about every year in the 80s. But definitely 1987 was pretty special. So was 88. So was 89. It was just great stuff. Great television. I mean, we used to have great television. We used to have good Game of Thrones. And then, oh my gosh. And then House of the Dragon. Oh man, what a mess that turned out to be. Could have been good, but they had to make it wicked. They turned the story into wicked. Elphaba and Elsa. Not Elsa. Elphaba and Glinda. I'm just waiting for them to start singing for good to each other. Rhaenyra, and Alicent. And then they're going to make it just like in Wicked. Spoiler alert if you've never seen Wicked. But if you know how the ending of Wicked is, I think that's what they're going to do with the end of House of the Dragon. Willing to bet $1 million. I've seen the musical Wicked. I didn't quite make the connection with the House of the Dragon until I saw Wicked for good. Yeah. It's going to be ridiculous. Yeah, even the crap was entertaining. Well, I still like to go back and watch those old adaptations of the Jane Austen movies and the Brontes, where it looks like it was filmed in their living room with an old video camera, but it was still amazing. That was good. That was good stuff. You know what's still pretty good for the most part are the Hallmark movies. They've tried to go a little bit woke, but it just doesn't tend to work. But they still are making a lot of their bread and butter from the tried and true formula. That's some really good entertainment. Their mysteries are really good. Okay, really good from a certain point of view. They have taken the role of what soap operas used to be. So that is not a grievance. It is Ancient One, someone that does not cause a grievance. Hello, welcome to Miss Martin Muse's Castle of Roses, our beloved rose in a flower pot that somehow levitates. Check her out a scene here. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, so we're airing our grievances. I might be pretty much done with my grievances. I think those are things that just really tick me off, things that have really ticked me off this year. Well, I think that it just in general, people that want to win the internet but not win the war, that's been a theme of mine that I've been bitching about a lot, and I think rightly so. Guess I have a grievance with my knee. I don't even know what part of my knee it is because I don't know anatomy. I barely know anatomy. But whatever happens, whatever part of you that tears a meniscus, I tore the meniscus at Moulin Rouge, walking up all those steps. But it was a long time coming. It came from hiking. I was hiking, riding my bike. I was doing Pilates. I was climbing upstairs. I was doing all this. And then finally my knee went, help. So yes, I have a grievance against my knee. How dare you? But then again, I guess I could have been nicer to my knee. Let's see. Citizen Ronan says, I tuned out of most new TV and movies. I mainly just watch old westerns and PI shows like Madam B.I., Rockford, or even Spencer for Hire. Yes, Spencer for Hire, Rockford Files. I love James Garner. Yes, I've been watching old TV shows too. There's loads of good channels that show those. Yes. Well, and of course, we've been doing westerns. I think I decided that the western that we're going to be watching for January is A Fistful of Dollars. I maybe just made this up that I was going to do it. I am reading the book Conager, but I think that another Clint Eastwood one is in order because I haven't seen any Clint Eastwood, a lot of the Clint Eastwood westerns. I know them, but from popular culture references, but never actually seen a lot of them. So I plan to do that with Zeke. Also, I have my January challenge ready to go, which is going to be detectives, mysteries. So it'll have 10 categories. It's a casual challenge for January. Now, a lot of January will be spent. We're having a surgery, not me, but someone else in the family. So I'm going to be pretty busy with that, but I am doing partly these challenges so I don't go insane. And Ancient One saying hello and everyone to us. Phil says, I've seen all those shows and now I grind out unlocks in video games. Yes. It is Deeple 101. Ahoy, all. Well, hello. Ahoy, rather. Thank you for being here. Stepping by to like the stream before bed. Well, thank you very much. I got, Phil says, I got Knight Rider, MacGyver, and A-Team memorized like most fans have Star Wars brain. Oh, that's nice. I love the A-Team. I thought the A-Team was so great. Oh man, I came across one of my old textbooks. It was an Irish textbook, an Irish grammar textbook from, I believe it was 5th or 6th grade. And I had put on the cover, because we used to cover them with brown paper. I had on the cover a stamp of Mad Eye Murdoch that I got from the A-Team, an A-Team stamp. And I'm like, oh gosh, I was so cute. And I actually had a stamp with him on it. I love the A-Team. The Good, the Mad, the Ugly is excellent. You'll love it. Oh, I have seen that one. That was one of the ones that I've watched. You see, I've watched The Outlaw Josie Wales. I have watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I've watched Pale Rider. And I've already seen Hang 'em High. So those are the ones I'm watching. But yes, Good, Bad, and the Ugly is amazing. The Mexican showdown thing at the end is unbelievable. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Good, Bad, and the Ugly is, yes, amazing. And I've seen Unforgiven, but I think everyone has seen Unforgiven. And then I don't know what Steve's going to choose for the next time for February. We'll see. We'll see. So just stay tuned in January. And yes, think of Dragonheart. Oh, there we are. Hopefully we're all ready for the Christmas holiday, says Ancient One. Yes, 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 yes. Simpson Ronan says, brown paper covers, a staple of Catholic school, went from kindergarten through high school. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a Catholic school thing. I went to a Church of Ireland school. I was a Protestant back in my childhood, but that makes sense that it would be a private school thing, a Catholic school deal. And it was probably a good idea. We should do that more often. Yeah. K through 12. Wow, that's amazing. Hopefully you're all ready. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready for Christmas. The one with Sean Connery and Dennis Quaid. Oh, Dragonheart. Yes, the same scan. Oh, wait, yes, Hound, the same. Okay. Well, there we are. Yeah, there's lots of good movies. And as we were saying, even bad movies from the 80s are good. But I think we've just reached a point where it's so common that movies and TV shows are bad that it's almost redundant to even talk about it. I guess another grievance that I have are drama stores. Oh boy. Drama stores also tend to be spiritual vampires. It's like, why? Just why? Well, we all know why, because they make money. But a lot of people who are feeding these drama farmers don't always realize what they're doing, and they enable it and make it worse. And of course, it gets really creepy when it turns into cyber stalking. I've done those in D&D as a bounty hunter. Woo! Yes. My characters in D&D so far, I've had a female warrior, and my other character was a half dwarf druid. Still rather young on some of the Dungeons and Dragons, the official one, but we play 3.5. We've only done 2 of those, and we've done actually more with some of our more original stories. Teresa says, Citizen Ronan, you should check out the TV Western Have Gun Will Travel from the late 50s. Gene Roddenberry wrote the show. Oh, I bet you I would like that. Yeah. Yeah, some of those TV shows were really great as well. Old movies are good too. Yeah, so that's definitely not a grievance. All right, well, I need to start wrapping up this party because we got to get up early tomorrow. Mom has some stuff she wants me to help her pick up, and then of course it will be Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day. But Christmas Eve is where the fun's at. That's where I usually go to the earliest mass I can, and that way I can just chill and get into my slippers, and we're gonna have French onion soup and probably watch Elf. That's a little bit of a tradition in our family now. Paladin Have Gun Will Travel is awesome. Well, excellent. Alrighty. Well, I think that's pretty much it. any other, I guess I have a grievance against my heart palpitations because I have had to cut back on coffee. The doctor gave me a little bit of a schedule to taper off. So the way I am now is in January, I will be having 1 cup of coffee a day because he actually said just trying to go cold turkey or just cut out coffee is not a good idea. That's actually can make it worse. So I'm gonna have 1 cup of coffee and then half a cup of coffee and then 0 by March. So oh boy. Oh, and I wouldn't suggest this here too. So yes, I have a definitely a very strong grievance against my heart palpitations. Also, though, I thought it would be fun, especially with the Lord of the Rings coming out again. Maybe on Christmas, start the Fellowship of the Ring, or start right now, and then when it gets to Christmas Day, so you have to actually move fast. That's when the Fellowship left. They left at Christmas season, so go ahead and read the Fellowship of the Ring, and then when Lent starts, read the Two Towers, and make sure that you read the Return of the King, such that when the Frodo destroys the ring, it is on the solemnity of the Incarnation, because that is the date March 25th that Tolkien put in his book that Frodo destroyed the ring. So there we go. That would be fun. Or watch the movies too. But I think I was going to have maybe thinking that people should be watching the movies doing that, but then the movies are having their re-release in January. So oops. Well, we'll work it out. So read the books. And it's been a while since I've reread the books. I think it's been about 4 years since I've reread them. So I think it's time. Though I'm taking things lightly right now after finishing the Wheel of Time. Oh yeah, that is going to be upcoming. Steve and I are going to be doing casting the Wheel of Time, the proper casting the Wheel of Time, like our dream cast. We're also going to be doing, as I said, the westerns. Stay tuned for the challenge. So if you want to participate in the movie challenge for January, actually, I think because of the nature of it, it will be acceptable to watch an episode of a TV show for it. Like for example, not giving anything away. I don't think any secrets are being given up when I say that Hercule Poirot will be one of the categories. So yeah, so if you watch a TV episode of Hercule Poirot, the one with David Suchet, then absolutely that would count. And so that's going to be something to maybe help us beat the holiday blues. And let's see what else. Okay, of course, stuff going to be happening over on my Catholic Explaining channel. That's where my Christmas stuff is going to be. Though I might have like a Christmas hangout kind of thing here on this channel, but the religious stuff, that will be on the other channel. So if you have not subscribed to Catholic channel and that's something that you would like to see or do, if you think that might be something that is interesting to you, please go ahead and subscribe there. I have enough subs, at least to be mostly monetized, but I have yet to get the watch hours. So if you would help me out with that, I would definitely appreciate it. Let me see. I'm going to share the link here. So that's what's coming up, and I might be popping up around in other places. Oh yeah, I already talked about I'm going to be doing my Harry Potter content, as well as the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, aka the Hedge Knight. That's going to be coming. Okay, here's the Catholic Explaining link here. And Wuthering Heights. Yeah, Wuthering Heights, rather. Oh gosh, I almost said it the wrong way. Help me. So I will be able to do that, and I like us all reading books. We'll read books together. It helps humanity. It makes us better people, and especially the classics. So yes, if it seems I'm a little bit ADHD, for example, if we read a chapter of Wuthering Heights and the next day I read a chapter comment on a chapter of Harry Potter. Well, yeah, I usually read several books at once. So there it is. I'm actually listening on Audible to a history book of 1066. Love it, love it, love it, love that history. Oh, yeah. How do I wear a Santa's hat despite being a rose in a flower pot that somehow levitates? I would be interested in science involving such. Yes, it is a miracle of science. It absolutely is. And Ancient One says, one thing is certain, she can wear said hat without issues. Darn right I can. Well, I want to thank everyone who has been here this evening, and thank you for those of you that aired your grievances. I hope it made you feel better. I feel better, to be honest. I think it's good for people to go ahead and just let it all out. Just let it out. Let it out. They'll let it out in a healthy way. A healthy way indeed. Merry Christmas, everyone. Yes, thank you, Citizen Rona. Merry Christmas to one and all. We have Christmas trees here. Yes, thank you, Phil. Thank you. Anytime Miss Martin Marie says Merry Christmas, everyone. Yes, so thank you, Ancient One. Thank you, Citizen Ronan. Thank you, Phil. Praise for you with metal. We had Zach stop by. Thank you very much. Hound 3000. Thank you. Great to see you. We had a $5 super chat from Salty Traveling Sea. Thank you very much for that. I definitely appreciate that. And thank you for being here. Let me see. And of course, we had people lurking. I want to say hello to you and thank you. I'm glad that you are here. Gadfly Fiction, thank you for being here. We had Deeple 101, DJ Play Nice stop by. And if I missed anyone again, it is not intentional, but things jump around. Have a great evening, everyone. Have a great evening, and be certain to air your grievances in a healthy manner. Wrong button.